at 9:30.
Hey, what up? What up? You know what time it is, man. Every Saturday morning, get it. It's the best show in the country. The best sports talk radio show. Saturdays with Kramer and Ryan tap in. And they do it for the people. What up? 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 What up?
What up? What up? And welcome to Saturdays with Kramer and Ryan. I'm yours truly, Kramer Sansone. And to the guy to, I would say, was that you're my left side, right side? That's Ryan Larson right there. Our lovely faces are coming to you live from the Foolish Club Media's YouTube channel and X. So feel free while you're at it right now, right there. Give us a retweet, give us a like, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications as always, because every single Saturday morning at 9 o'clock right here on Foolish Club Media's network, we're live. We have a morning show finally on Foolish Club Media. Congratulations, Ryan. We did it. We
I know we did do it, Kramer. It's exciting. We're on YouTube. People get to see our pretty faces. This is the first step towards our Netflix show.
Yeah, you know what? I've also noticed that there's more and more podcasts now going onto Netflix, and why not us? Like, why not us?
That's what I'm saying. They added the entire Ringer crew. It seems like every Ringer podcast is on Netflix now. I think we take the Foolish Club over there.
At some point, I mean, the legs that Steven Serta has given us to run with this channel, I'm shocked we're still going from what we've all said, whether if it is Ron saying something or if it's Brian B. Shannon saying something. Hell, even if it's BK saying something on this network, you know what? We're all badasses here, and this is the Foolish Club Media family that we're all continuing to grow. But Ryan, good morning. I usually see you typically on this day. Every Saturday, usually in a radio studio, but that's far long and gone now. But you know what? We don't have to actually drive anywhere. We can just pop into our offices, and you know what? We can get some sports talks, hard takes off our chest this way.
I know it's convenient. I can have multiple drinks and not like trip walking up the stairs with them. I had a snack right before this. I didn't have to worry
C4?
about. Allegedly, no free sponsorships, but I might be drinking like the Jolly Rancher C4.
That's like pre-workout, man. You're amped up right now, aren't you?
This is my workout. Yeah, it's a mental workout.
Oh, hey, so we've got I would say it's a stacked show. We actually are going to have our very first guest ever of us doing any sort of type of either radio or podcasting. So later on in the show from Fanatic Sportsbook, it's an insider trader. He does everything around there, it sounds like. Ethan will be joining us at 9:30, and we're going to discuss clearly one of the biggest, it's the biggest sporting event of the year. All the eyeballs will be on it, and that will be the Super Bowl. We'll discuss some of that a little bit later on. But there's a thing that we did as always. Well, I did it as always. On my show, typically on Saturdays, we did fair or foul. And Ryan, typically my fair or foul stuff that I would do is all baseball. But we've got a hodgepodge, a mixed bag of things in this one. So let's start off first. Also, by the way, if you are watching this live on YouTube or X, feel free. You can leave a comment. We will get to it. We can actually interact with you all for once. So it's actually pretty badass. But the first fair or foul, even heck, chime along at home. Tarek Skubal, we all know him, the Detroit Tigers starting pitcher, the two-time Cy Young Award winner. He was in a very big arbitration hearing because he needs to get paid. He deservedly needs to be paid. He's severely underpaid for a pitcher that's won back-to-back Cy Youngs. He went to his arbitration hearing looking for $32.2 million. You're probably thinking, man, that's a lot of money, because it is. The Tigers tried to lowball him at first at $19.8 million. And I've been on record saying that the Tigers organization is a joke for the Detroit Tigers. And the best thing about Tarek Skubal is he brought both of his Cy Young plaques to the arbitration hearing himself to basically sell himself. But the best part about it is he didn't have to bring him out. If he actually had to pull him out of his bag, that's sad. I'm still in camp of the Tigers being a joke organization. They were like $200 to $300 million off of trying to get the money to match. They like the Tigers organizations, like I said, joke. But I think that's fair for Tarek Skubal wanting to bring his plaques there to say, hey, I deserve this money that you're supposed to pay me, because I'm your bread and butter. I'm the guy that puts butts in the seats, and he deservingly got paid. The arbitration hearing sided with him, so it was great. I think it's fair.
Very fair. That's 100% fair. I also think it's hilarious to bring your plaques there. That's the most mic drop moment.
Yeah.
In baseball, it's unfair. The whole arbitration process to the players is unfair. They have to go 6 years. It's 6 years, right, of
Yes.
playing time before they reach free agency and get through the whole arb process. Not to say they don't make millions of dollars and are well off on their own, but if Tariq Skubal hit the free agent market right now, is he making almost double what he's going to make the 34 million? He's going to make over 50 million a year, right?
Oh, he's probably going to be like 60 to. He might be the first 75 to 80 million dollar pitcher that baseball has seen. He's just way too damn good. His numbers every single year get improved. His WAR's ridiculous. He's always like hovering around a 2 or under 2 ERA, striking out over 250 players each and every single season. This guy's literally, if you want to say Paul Skeens is better than him, I'll have a great argument conversation with that. But Skubal is one of one and the best pitcher right now in majors.
He can almost single-handedly win a playoff series, at least a best of 5 playoff series. I mean, he's almost a lock to win 2 out of the 3 wins you need. For sure.
If it's a best of 5, he'll try to pitch 3 games.
Yeah, and he might do it. I mean, we've seen a couple of guys do it over the last few years, but I've never said this before. For a guy making over $30 million a year, he's still not paid enough.
I agree. Because he means so much to the Tigers organization. They're the reason why I think they made it to back-to-back playoffs, I want to say. I know they snuck into the wild card this past year. But they were leading with the entire division all last year just because they were relying upon him. Maybe the Guardians won their division last year.
They did. They snuck in at the very end, but they both made it, and the Tigers made it back-to-back years.
And the Tiger, if they go as far as Skubal goes, and he's just lights out, man. I'm glad they sided with him, but the fact that arbitration hearings are such, I mean, it's not a joke. But it's a joke that the front office is going to talk to you and tell you how bad you truly are. That's why I'm happy that, say, for Vinny Pasquantino here in Kansas City, he argued with the arbitration hearings, but before they even got to the arb itself, they paid him out. They said, okay, here's your $2 million or 2-year deal, and man, he got paid. Good for Vinny. I'm glad he's going to be here he's going to be set here in Kansas City for the next 2 years, no matter what. Hopefully they get an extension done, but I know they're trying to figure out what Cags is going to do this upcoming year or the year after that. But still, they are going to talk to their front office owners, the managers, everybody the analytics people, and basically talk to them saying, hey, yeah, you suck. You don't deserve what you actually truly want. So Skubal bringing the plaques and not having to use them, bravo to the organization to say, understand, hey, this is our guy. But then you also pay Framber Valdez a lucrative contract over 8 years, and you don't have money now for Skubal. You just shot yourself in the foot after giving him the money that he deserved, and then by signing another lockdown pitcher, which, by the way, Valdez and Skubal, that's going to be a nice 1-2 punch for the Tigers.
The Royals, I think, are doing things right as far as a small market team because, like you said, they're willing to pay people. Right now, they have to open up the pocketbook. The Tigers are trying to cheap out. And remind me, but isn't that when 10 years ago when they went to the World Series and had Cabrera and a really good team, isn't that what made them fall apart? Is they just were unwilling to pay anyone not named Miguel Cabrera, and their roster just sort of dissipated? They've been cheap for years.
What 2013, didn't they have Max Scherzer? They had Justin Verlander. They had 2 dominant horses that helped them lead. But I think that contract they gave to Miggy, no matter what, Miguel Cabrera, Hall of Famer. Heck, I thought it was awesome. The standing ovation the Royals fans gave him for winning the Triple Crown that night because they finished out the season here in Kansas City. That was awesome. That was sweet. But man, he got stupid paid. And I thought that Javier Baez contract that they signed it felt like a Miguel Cabrera, this is going to pigeonhole them for a minute. And of course, Javier Baez decides to be a stud, an all-star last year. My least favorite baseball player, if you can't tell, is Javier Baez. Because of this Cubs tie to him, I couldn't stand him in the Cubs. Can't stand him. He throw a low away slider. He's going to swing at it, and it's going to be a strike 3. But man, the Tigers organization, I think, is a joke.
I'm looking right now. Max Scherzer is the name that comes to mind when I think of Tariq Skubal right now. Not because they're the same pitcher, but because in 2014, the Tigers said, we'll give you 6 for $144 million. And Max Scherzer said, you know what, Tigers? Go screw yourselves. I'm going to go to the Nationals, win a World Series. Did he win one with the Nationals? Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
and make $210 million with them. They offered him $70 million more to go to the Nationals than Detroit did. They've been cheaping out on these pitchers for years.
Yeah, it's the owner's fault. That's the reason why these players don't want a salary cap. It's because all these owners can afford all the players that they want, and yeah, it's the owners. They're going to blame the players whenever they do have this lockout in 2027, but the owners need to have some blame as well to what's going to be coming to them. Moving on fair or foul. I don't know if you saw this, but Giannis did not get traded. Your futures bet of him winning the MVP or the NBA MVP or the Finals MVP. I don't know. Is that still in play for you, or since that didn't happen? Like the trade?
I don't think so.
So I don't know if you saw this, but apparently Giannis, he owns stake in Kalshi. Is that how you?
Yeah.
So he made a post on his official account. It says, "We are all Kalshi now." And the graphic that's posted was, "Everyone is online. The internet is full of opinions. I decided it was time to make my own money. Today, I'm joining Kalshi as a shareholder. We are all Kalshi now." Giannis Antetokounmpo. Did you know that you could actually bet whether or not he would have been traded or not?
Yeah.
So Reddit CFP, which is on X, there's over 378,000 followers on there. They made a post literally, I think was it today or yesterday? It was yesterday. That has 4.2 million views. So it's good. They said Giannis made a rumor that he would leave the Bucks, causing people to bet a total of 23 million as to where he would go on Kalshi, an unregulated gambling insider trading platform. He stays in Milwaukee and comes out today as a Kalshi stakeholder. That is insider trading. He made a crap ton of money on taking everybody's money. This is bad. This is a bad look. And I thought sports gambling was bad with players betting on that. But if you make a false rumor, and I get it, he wanted to go and be traded. He's already been openly talking about that. But you go on this provider app, which it's funny because I've been hearing this on airwaves around Kansas City.
They're making a ton of money right now.
He made a stupid amount of money just for posting that. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Read the room. This is not good for sports whatsoever.
No, and it's not good. It goes beyond sports. Earlier in January, it was like first week of January. Do you remember the whole Venezuela thing where, I'm not going to get into politics, but we went in and removed the sitting Venezuela president?
Yeah.
Someone bet like $40,000 on Kalshi that would happen the day before it happened, and made like $1 million off of it.
So do we need to go get on Kalshi and try to make? Is it like Polymarket?
It's the same thing, but it's all insider trading. And I think it was maybe the Polymarket CEO, not the Kalshi one. He was like, "I approve of insider trading because it means we have more accurate prediction markets." It's like, okay, man, you're actually just incentivizing rich people with influence to go out and sway things. Like, there was a political speech and they set over-unders on the length of it. And like at the second it was about to go over, they were like, "And we're done." And just walk outside.
Okay, I saw that as well. I saw that go on all the socials.
And people are betting thousands of dollars on this.
Let me shut this door. This closet door that's in here. It's not insulated, and I can feel all the cold air come through in here right now. And I don't want that. I don't want to freeze right now. But no, but Kalshi, man, it's not smart. Especially sports. I feel like there should be something that comes out against this, because this is playing with people's money here.
Yeah.
And he can gain literally anything because of how much of a prominent figure he truly is.
And what's to stop him in the summer from demanding a trade again and jacking the odds up, and then at the end being like, actually, I think I'll stay. Maybe I even take a discount to stay in Milwaukee because I made all that money back on Kalshi.
Are the Bucks good this year?
No, they're pretty bad. They're a borderline playoff team. They might not even get in the playoffs.
Yeah, that bet's not looking good for you, man. And you texted me literally like maybe a handful of hours before that announcement was even made that he wasn't going to get traded. Man, I'm glad you didn't put any money on Kalshi. I'm really glad, but I think this is foul, completely foul.
Very foul. That's maybe one of the most foul things we've had on the segment.
Well, I don't know. This next one could probably outdo it. So we like going to baseball games here in Kansas City, right?
I love it. I think they're a great time.
Did you ever go to Buck Night on Friday nights and watch fireworks?
Yeah, I think we might have done that. We might have gone to one of those games together, or at least a Dollar Dog Night or something.
There was a Tuesday night that we've gone to a Dollar Dog Night with each other because it moved from Friday to Tuesday, and it was on Tuesdays the last 2 years. I think either the last 2 or 3 years it was all on Tuesdays, no matter what, every Tuesday. Dollar Dog Night. They even replaced the name from Buck Night to Dollar Dog Night during that time. So I don't know if you were scrolling through social medias or not yesterday. They released their promotional schedule. And of course, the things that people love to talk about and love to do is go out on Tuesday nights, every Tuesday night. Like I said, they like to go out on every Tuesday night and get Dollar Dog Nights. Well, that's changing. That's changing. So Dollar Dog Night at Kauffman is now the first Tuesday of every home game. The first Tuesday home game. Not every home game. The first Tuesday home game of every month, making it only 6 Dollar Dog Nights this upcoming season. What are we doing?
Home games.
And out of 81
home games, we can't have more than 6 of them?
Yeah, there's 81 home games. You're getting like 81 home games. There's usually one Tuesday out of the week there. You're getting like typically 23 to, I think that sounds right, 23. Simple math, 21 probably. 21. But you're getting 6 this year. 6.
Okay, this might be more foul, actually. Giannis can steal all the money he wants from me, but bring back my dollar dogs.
It's so dumb. Like, what?
Do they think this is going to like drive up demand and sell more tickets to the Dollar Dog Nights? Because they're probably going to have all the same people that showed up before.
Right. Honestly, that's the first thought I had. I thought, okay, you make it an event. You're making this basically an event style of hopefully you can get more and more and more people getting their asses in the seats. But the problem about that is April, there's not a Tuesday game in March because it starts at the end. But April, you're going to get one. May, you're going to get one. The thing in April is there's not going to be many people there because school's still in session. Heck, even the May ones, school still might be in session to where it's a school night for a lot of people.
Yeah, it doesn't end until later in May. School doesn't.
So maybe this brings a lot of people in on the June, the July, the August, the September. Maybe that brings more and more people there on a Tuesday night. I don't think there's going to be an influx of more people going to be there just to get me a dollar dog. Like, it's ridiculous.
No. This is a terrible idea. I would just love to know what the reasoning was behind it. Or maybe they just run out of hot dogs. When we went to a Dollar Dog Night, I'm pretty sure they ran out of hot dogs. Or maybe I went with someone else. But I've been there, and they said, sorry, sir, we're going to need about 45 minutes till you can get another dollar dog. I said,
that's wild.
It's the third inning. What are we doing?
Because Jack Caglione, his debut was on a Tuesday night against the Yankees. And I know for a fact it was packed there. They could have. I was working at that time. I don't know if you were at the game. That could have been a night that they've had to run out of the dogs. But come on, like, you're not that cheap, are you, Mr. Sherman? Like, we know you have pocketbook of money. Because you wanted that either the downtown stadium. They're already saying they're not going to Kansas. Maybe they even come to this Clay Como area. Who knows where their next destination of the building it's going to be at? But we know you have the money. It doesn't take. You know what's the ingredients are of a hot dog? It's literally everything. Literally everything you can imagine. Yeah. So you can't tell me you can't fork over another $100,000, which you know it's probably what it all costs. And what you can do after that, just write off on taxes because it's a business expense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could give us what we want. We want to go to every Tuesday night, Dollar Dog Night, not once a month.
They are already losing so much goodwill in the city because of all the stadium drama, and they are just doubling down on pissing people off by taking away Dollar Dog Night. Maybe they want to move to Nashville. Maybe that's the grand plan. Maybe they want to tank themselves so hard that they want out.
I never think the Royals going to. I genuinely don't think that because of John Sherman's views with how they clearly align with David Glass and the Glass family. Like they want to make sure that that's a. Are they not Glass, the Ewing Kauffman? They want to make sure that they're still in line with that. So I think they're staying no matter what here in KC. I don't think they're going to Nashville, but this Dollar Dog Night BS is completely foul.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
Alrighty, this is something also I'm not a fan of. Krispy Kreme, do you like their donuts?
I'm not the biggest fan, actually.
I used to eat them. I used to. I'm not going to anymore because they've outpriced me. So from 2016 to 2025, guess how much an assorted dozen donuts costed in 2016?
A dozen donuts? What would it be, like $1 a donut? I'm gonna go $11.99.
It's a little bit on the higher side. About $8.49 is what we're looking for here. So on the Price is Right, you would have been wrong. Guess how much they cost today?
Okay, is it higher than $11.99?
Oh, it's definitely higher than 11.
And it was like $9 before, and they 14, 15. I'm gonna go $15.
$26.99 for an assorted dozen donuts.
$26 for a dozen donuts?
Assorted. Because you can get for an actual dozen, just glazed. How much do you think they cost in 2016?
It was probably cheaper than a store. I'm gonna go like $6. Probably like $6.
You're close. It was $7.99.
Okay.
Guess now.
This one I think will be 15. I'm gonna stay with my $15 guess.
It's $20 for glazed. I know how to make glazed donuts because of my time working at Chick-fil-A. You're not supposed to be making glazed donuts at Chick-fil-A, but I know how to make glazed donuts.
They're not even that good of donuts.
That's true. I've actually gone down on the Lamar's is my go-to if I'm here in KC.
Oh, I love Lamar's.
If I'm in St. Joe, Golden Glaze is where it's at. I can't wait to have a Golden Glazed donut sometime again. I miss having a Golden Glazed donut. So guess how much a single glazed donut cost in 2016? It's a single, just one.
$1.50.
You're close. $1.09.
Okay, so again, less. I'm overshooting.
So 2025 or 2026. What do you think?
It's got to be like $2.50 a donut.
That's close. It's $2.59.
$2.59. All right. Well, that's still too much. You can go and get like an actual good. You can get a Bavarian cream, like one of those fat ones with the filling at Lamar's for like $2.
You can go get a small coffee and 2 donuts at Quick Trip for less than $3.
Yeah, I stopped at Quick Trip this morning and got the energy drink and a donut, and it was $4.
Which, by the way, their donuts at Quick Trip, they're underrated. They're severely underrated.
Actually really good. I got like the pink frosted one, like I was 12 years old again. It was awesome.
Nothing wrong with that. I get the chocolate glazed. I think their chocolate glazed might be the best here in Kansas City.
They're really good. Outside of like a nice donut shop, Quick Trip actually has pretty good donuts.
So I think it's so foul. The inflation's hitting Krispy Kreme hard, or they. It's like it's not even the best donut. It truly isn't. It's kind of the mid-tier donut here in KC.
Fair or foul today is very foul. A lot of these are really bad.
That's just how it goes at sometimes. All right. Lastly, on the fair or foul, this might be fair because Mr. Beast. You know Jimmy? Have you ever watched his stuff on YouTube?
Yeah, I don't watch his stuff, but I know who he is. Beast Island showed up one time and like autoplayed on my Amazon Prime once.
Did you watch it?
No, it looked so stupid. They're like shooting cannons into a sandbox. I was like,
That's
what is going
crazy,
on
actually.
Here?
But Jimmy, I used to watch all his stuff before the pandemic. Because since that, it just got too political for me.
Oh, you're like an OG.
So he's teasing a potential video he's going to create where he spends $100 million to turn ECU into a championship team.
Carolina?
Yeah.
Like the Pirates?
Yeah. The purple pirate people.
Why? What is he doing?
So I think this we're going to start seeing so many more people do this. If Jimmy truly does this, he's going to.
This is like real life?
Yeah. He's going to try to make. Because it's NIL. You could do NIL is such. So it's the Wild West right now, still in college football. He's going to try to turn them into a powerhouse. And you know what? I'm all here for it because that's the little school. That's the little baby school. I want to see them try to go toe and toe. First, I think they got to get out of the FCS first. Like I saw, by the way, North Dakota State's they're lobbying to get into the FBS.
Oh, really? Good for them. That's actually really cool.
So I want to see ECU basically do the exact same thing. Go from FCS. I'm pretty sure they're at FCS. If I'm mistaken,
they're FBS. They're in I don't remember what conference USA or the American or something. They're in a decently sized conference,
but they're not a good football school. They're not known for it. I want to see him try to do it. Like I would be invested, and I hope he does a video series on it. He does everything from top to bottom because this guy, he's got a good business mindset. And the NIL is the Wild West. Why not? I think this is fair. I actually love this idea.
I actually am coming around on this because one, it'd be cool to have a school like East Carolina be a national powerhouse. Two, if it works, it's going to be stupid enough that the NCAA and the big schools will come together and make rules around NIL so he could actually cause change. And I actually think it could happen. Like Greenville's a really nice city in North Carolina. Like one of my friends when I was in grad school was from North Carolina. And she was telling me about how a lot of like ECU is kind of a party school out there. It's like the vacation school because a lot of people will go there. It's so close to the beach and everything. It's really nice. I think they can draw recruits, especially if they have money to put behind a good location. Like this could kind of work.
We know money talks. We saw what Ty Simpson wanted $6.8 or $7 million to transfer out of Alabama, and that's still it's still crazy. There's still a lot of players in the transfer portal right now who just might be sitting on their hands this upcoming year, which is just wild to think. I'm just happy Bryce Underwood never hit the transfer portal. He's staying up there in Michigan. Go Blue.
Hey, give it a year. Give the Mr. Beast the time to draw him to ECU.
Well, please no. Oh my gosh, don't put that into, do not speak that into existence. I will be so sad. Like, heck, I got so many of his football cards right now. Just laying on my desk.
No, it's gonna suck if he transfers.
No, this is, I don't know if this is a healthy addiction or I just dropped one.
They make college cards.
Oh, dude, yeah. Here's another one. Bryce Underwood. I am just completely invested in the guy. Like this guy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I just ordered one last night. Heck, here's his base card for it. Like I'm a card collector, and man, dude, you just do not do this to me.
That's going to be worth a lot of money when he wins a title at ECU.
You ass. No, but I like this. We're going to see a lot more great players probably play at ECU if this does truly happen. It's fair. I love it. This is it's all for me. And they need to put this on either YouTube. So some will buy it. Amazon Prime has been, I don't know, they've been playing a lot of college football games, basketball games, and also NBA games on there, which I'm very shocked.
Oh, Mr. Beast is from Greenville. That's why he's doing this.
Yeah.
Also, shout out. He was born in Wichita.
Yeah, no, he actually played baseball, not bitchball, baseball in Wichita. So, yeah, no, he's from the area. Well, relatively from the area.
Yeah, close enough.
The fact
that's very cool. You know what? I'm going to support this cause. I'll actually watch this Mr. Beast video.
I hope it's true. I hope it does happen. I mean, granted, I got it from the most sketchiest source in the world, Dove Kleiman. So take it for a grain of salt, but I think this has some legs. I hope it has some legs. It feels like it could happen.
I am all in on this. I'm looking this up as we speak. I see a lot of different articles. Like Newsweek wrote about this. 247 Sports wrote about it. Makes me think it's kind of legit.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're always on. They're always like got their hand in college football, anyways.
They're big into the recruiting space. Yeah, they're probably the most reliable. Them and maybe On3 as far as college recruiting goes.
So yeah, no, that's our fair or foul, and as perfect timing as our guest is now joining us. Good morning, Ethan. How we doing?
Good, thank you. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Doing well. Good to see you again.
Absolutely.
So Ethan, heck, honestly, Ryan, you take it away. You know this guy pretty well.
Yeah, we were at UMass together a couple years ago. Kind of went our own ways, but Ethan, give us a little background. How did you get to Fanatics? It seems like you've done some really cool stuff since you graduated.
Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it. At UMass, that was where a lot of it started, where I studied math and sport management at the great McCormick program, obviously, that you and I both know well. Got to combine the math and sport management backgrounds into a sports trading career, which, to be honest, I didn't even know existed when I originally signed up to go to UMass and join the sport program there. That was something that kind of emerged in my job search. And when I was interviewing in that process, I realized the types of interview questions were really up my alley, and being able to combine and marry those passions into a career was a really attractive idea for me.
So Ethan, this has got to be a busy, and I mean busy week for you. So can you walk us through like what this is like leading up to the Super Bowl and like how it is from like a sports book perspective?
Sure. I'd say in some ways this week is a normal one for us, where we're trying not to change some of the processes and the ways we go about things, but I'd be lying to you if I said it were exactly the same, because we have more manual markets than ever. We have more expected users on our app on Sunday than we've had in the past. So we do a lot of load testing from an engineering perspective. We're making sure our settlement is quicker than ever so fans can get the best experience. And overall, we're just trying to make sure that whatever type of experience the customer is going to be having is the best possible. So we're trying to make sure that we are enhancing the fan experience on Sunday.
When it comes to I think a lot of the people that follow this show are a little more in the sports betting degenerate space, like Kramer and myself are.
Oh, yeah.
And we're used to seeing line movement on props, but it feels like with the Super Bowl and the scale of the event, we've seen a lot of line movement. Like Rashid Shaheed went from 35.5 at open to 29.5. That's a pretty, 20% decline almost. When we see big line movement like that, is that because of a lot of money coming in with the Super Bowl, or is that more a result of what your models tell you?
Yeah, I'll break it down into two different buckets. We have the material changes to that line, which include weather. So that's any type of wind, coldness, snow, rain that might make it hard for a vertical threat like Shaheed to reach that threshold. So that's something that could affect his line. The other piece would be injuries. So Sam Darnold's oblique. Any type of update there could end up affecting a line like that. If Darnold's passing yards drops, let's say 20 yards, that has to get spread out between his receivers in some capacity. So that could end up dropping Shaheed directly if Darnold has a drop in pass yards. But then you also have the volume-based adjustments that you'll find. So if we had the vast majority of bets coming in on that under 35.5, that could end up dropping the line down a bit. I agree with you. The 6 yards is more than just a little incremental change, but you'll see these lines fluctuate a lot from day to day. But a lot of it too comes down to the fact that the volume we see on betting, honestly, most of it hasn't even come in yet. We're still waiting for a lot of it coming in tonight, tomorrow morning, and even in the afternoon when folks get to their Super Bowl party. A lot of it comes in right before the game, and then once the game kicks off.
That's so that actually kind of leads me to my next question for you. Like, by no means, I'm not a sharp bettor, but then again, if I was, I wouldn't tell you. But when a sharp bettor does place a large wager, does that you second guess your line, or do you still trust your numbers?
Yeah, it's a good question. I'd say overall, the way we're pricing really everything we're offering is somewhat based on historical data. So that's based on the team performance, the NFL trends, and what we've seen going on recently in the league. But we're using all the information that we have, and some of that includes better information. And as you said, we might not treat two clients the exact same in terms of the respect we're giving an individual, and some of it is getting that information, some of it's volume based, and some of it is, as you said, maybe the more experienced or sharpness of a bettor. So I'd say overall we're listening to all of the information that we have at our disposal. Some of it's listening to the overall market, seeing where things are trending. But sometimes someone tips something out on Twitter and they have enough followers where everyone starts to bet it, and we realize, okay, maybe there's some validity to that.
I've definitely heard that with college football betting. The Cover 3 podcast will move some lines sometimes, for sure. With talking about looking at the market, is there a bet that the public is hammering this week or these last 2 weeks that you're like, yeah, bring it on. Give us more of that money?
Yeah, actually, Ryan, what I'd say to that in general, and one piece, I guess, that's important to discuss is as long as we're responsibly offering a line, there's a good amount that we're willing to take on when it comes to just the volume of betting. And what I mean by responsible is if we've used all of our risk principles and obviously we have a certain threshold that we're comfortable taking on in terms of a counting number. But overall, as long as we're comfortable with where that's at, we're okay taking on money on one side. Our goal is not to balance the book, rather to take wagers from our customers in a sense that we're okay with that. If the market's sitting at 4.5, we're okay taking bets on either side of that 4.5, where that line's sitting right now. So when you talk about a specific selection that's coming in, we're seeing a lot of money on the Patriots, as is the rest of the market right now. And to me, that comes from a bunch of different angles. We have a lot of folks who have grown up Patriot fans and now are of age where they can place wagers themselves in their states. Some of it, too, is in New England. There are a lot of jurisdictions in which we are operating in versus the Washington State area we're not live in. So that also plays a part of it. Some of it, too, is the fact that bettors are seeing the plus 190, plus 195 range on a team where obviously 4.5 isn't a pick 'em, but the Super Bowl is the Super Bowl. And to get that much valued almost 2-1 on a team to win outright is attractive for bettors. So that's another angle that folks are taking. So there's a lot more money on the Patriots. But to flip that on its head, like you said, stuff that I'm willing to take on from a liability standpoint, I think the Seahawks are going to win. And there's a reason why they're 4.5-point favorites. They've played in the toughest division in football. In my opinion, they've had a more impressive stretch this season in terms of the caliber of teams they faced. I think their defense is better. Their offensive line, to me, is stronger, especially on the left side. So that's a bet where I would very much be okay taking on that Patriots money. But to speak from the book perspective, we obviously have the risk principles in place where we're okay taking that on.
Hey, Ryan, I like this guy. Ethan and I have the exact same opinions when it comes to this game. So Ethan, are there any props that you see that make you kind of nervous from a sportsbook perspective this week?
Yeah, I guess tapping into that same principle about the risk management standpoint and how we are willing to take on some of that liability. There's not one individual prop that is keeping myself or my colleagues up at night thinking about, oh, if this hits, we might not be able to turn on the lights tomorrow. That's not quite something that I would say is crossing my mind as much as the whole operation. We obviously have to offer the best experience for fans, and we really have to make sure our uptime is really strong, which is just the amount of time that we are available for betting. So we have to make sure from an engineering and operational standpoint, we're really smooth. And that's been a lot of our meetings in the past 2 or 3 weeks has been, how do we give the best experience for fans? Part of it too is making sure the folks are engaged. And obviously we have, maybe you've seen the Kendall Jenner campaign that we have. So that's been a big push from a marketing standpoint and overall brand awareness. That's really what we're trying to dovetail that into folks actually getting on our app and betting come Sunday, and not just betting on Sunday, but staying around for March Madness, NBA, NHL, MLB, all of those other pieces that we're trying to activate as well.
Yeah, I imagine tomorrow's probably, if not the biggest sports betting day of the year, top 5 for sure. Mm-hmm. With that, I think anyone listening to this is probably familiar with some of the fun prop bets, like, Gatorade color, anthem length, halftime guest appearances. Are these more of like fun novelty props that people just, throw pocket change on, or are these actually moving serious money?
Yeah, I actually gave a quote a couple days ago where I was talking about how the idea of baking a cake is similar to our offering, where the actual cake part of the dessert is really what people are going to remember and what they're coming for in a lot of ways. And so that's the to use another food analogy, the meat and potatoes of what we do is money line, spread, total, and everything deriving from that piece. But that being said, if you're looking at 2 different cakes, you're going to go for the one that looks prettier and has the cooler colors and all of that too. So that is where the exotics and novelties come in, where those are the sprinkles we're adding and the frosting and all of those elements. So to be able to add all of those pieces for the fan and our customers, and even just from a marketing standpoint, being able to say we have this many markets up and we have hundreds of manual offerings for the fan, that does make it a much more attractive piece. So I think about, will an offensive lineman score a touchdown? We're offering that at plus 2,500.
Nice.
You could look at value. That. Yeah, you could look at that and say, well, that's not going to happen until it does, and then you feel silly not betting it. And to price that, to go a step further, Ryan, we have different ways we go about that process, from ideation, where we think about, okay, this is a market we think we could get real traction on. Then we have to test it from like a real technical standpoint. Can we get this on our app? How easy is it going to be? Is the operational lift worth it? Then we have to actually price it. And so look at the way that Dan Campbell and the Lions have done this with Dan Skipper the past couple of years, right? That price might not be 25-1. If it's the Detroit Lions, it might be 15-1 or 18-1. We saw Frank Crum from the Broncos score in the divisional round a touchdown as an offensive lineman. So we're looking around the league, how many folks are scoring that? And so we're trying to decide what's the price there. So when you ask about the volume, it's not going to be one of our leading handle markets, but that doesn't mean it's not one that we're valuing immensely.
As one of the bets I do like every single year when I do bet on the Super Bowl, the octopus. I could see Kenneth Walker doing that this year. I will sprinkle an octopus bet no matter what. But Ethan, are there any Super Bowl props that actually have shocked you and made you kind of like laugh? Like honestly, when I see Travion Henderson over 1.5 touchdowns, I'm laughing at that because I don't see that happening.
Yeah, with Super Bowl props in general, right, we're trying to appeal to everyone. So you might have a specific game script that you're trying to predict with your prop betting or your SGP in general. So we're trying to make sure that folks can bet whatever they want. Some of the ones that I really like that you only get to see for the Super Bowl, the doink bet, will the kick hit the upright? That's always a really fun play that a lot of folks like to get on. As you said, octopus scoregami is one that we've introduced. That's really fun. Which is a unique end score in NFL history that the game can end in. One that I really like is the idea that the game won't end in a kneel down, because we've seen, I think it was the Ravens-Niners game where the Ravens took a safety to end the game. So that's always a play that is interesting. You have a Hail Mary. And specifically with that one, I think Fanatic Sportsbook tweeted out a couple of days ago, 58% of Super Bowls since 2000 have not ended in a kneel down, and you're getting that at plus 155. So to me, that's a really attractive offering to bettors as well. But Kramer, honestly, nothing shocks me when it comes to Super Bowl betting with the novelty props.
That's such an interesting. I haven't seen that one actually. That's a really good one. I think last question I've got for you, and I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. Maybe you already answered it, but is there a single bet, take away allegiance here, or maybe keep it? I don't know. If you're going into tomorrow night, betting on the game, is there something that you would lock in on that you're really interested in, that you personally feel passionate about?
One that I really like, actually, for just the way I see the game going. The Seahawks have been really good at getting to the quarterback when only sending for the left side of the offensive line for Drake May. Has been poor at times with the two rookies and Will Campbell and Jared Wilson. And Drake May has been really good with his legs. So that's one piece that I'm circling. He obviously ended the AFC Championship game with that scramble to the left side. I like the idea of Drake May running the ball tomorrow night, just based on the fact that he's really athletic. That's one piece that you can't really account for in a lot of ways. The Seahawks, they don't contain a ton, but if they find themselves down in the game, that's one that I certainly could see Drake May getting up out of there and potentially running for first downs, or at least trying to evade pressure if Mike McDonald and the Seahawks decide to send blitzes, even though they don't all too often. That would be one that I circle.
So Drake May 50 plus at plus 220, let's call it.
I like that. I like the plus 220 mark there. Yeah.
I think I'll be doing that tomorrow night.
Well, hey, Ethan, appreciate the time you join us this Saturday morning. That's you know what, you're going to be our Fanatic Sportsbook trader from now on, Ethan. Thank you so much for joining.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Yep,
Hey,
good luck. Have fun this weekend.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, man. That's badass. That dude's big brain. That was the biggest brain I think we've ever talked to.
He knows his stuff. He did some work. He worked. I mean, you want to talk about people with bright futures? When he was in college, he was working with Matt Castle, Mike Tannenbaum, a bunch of these like former NFL players and GMs and coaches. And he was working with them at 21, 22 years old. Like, he is a bright kid.
Yeah,
right,
his futures. Yeah, he was a kid when you first taught him. Now he's a man now. He's more than just a boy. But yeah, I'm jazzed up for the Super Bowl. So let's talk a little Super Bowl here. I think personally the Seahawks are winning. I don't see a scenario where they don't. And even just talking with Ethan just recently, like I feel even more confident with the bet I've already placed of the Seahawks winning. Like I've got a friend I got two great friends. One's a Seahawks fan and one's a Patriots fan. And the group message this entire week has been a bunch of S talk, and it's been incredible just to sit there and watch. And, I can't wait till one day when, my team back here, the Raiders, decide to, actually put it together a Super Bowl team. Can't wait for this to actually truly happen at some point for me to watch. But even from their S talking to each other, and my buddy Cam is just laying the facts down of how good the Seahawks are, like it's I can't go away from Kenneth Walker. I know Charbonnet is not going to be playing because of his ACL, but Kenneth Walker is the every down back no matter what, even if Zach Charbonnet is not even there. I think that's the X factor of this one. And what we've seen so far this entire playoff run for the Seahawks, I know it's a couple of games to take it with a grain of salt. Cooper Kupp has been absolutely incredible. It's what they've wanted the entire time. JSN's your little nice flashy piece. Then Cooper Kupp can come in with a little dagger and slice you in the side. Like that's like he can get the job done. Sam Darnold's been absolutely lights out. I love the Sam Darnold story. That's probably a big reason why I'm siding with the Seahawks in all of this one.
I agree with you. I just think they're better. What position are they worse at than the Patriots besides quarterback? And I don't even know if quarterback they're that much worse at.
Exactly.
So I'm with you. I think -4.5 on the Seahawks is not high enough. I might even go up to 6.5 on that if I can get an alt line 6.5. And Cooper Kupp anytime touchdown +260. Nice. He's won a Super Bowl MVP before.
I think he can do it again.
That. It reminds me of a couple years ago when the Chiefs won their back-to-back Super Bowls. And Travis Kelce would it's not to say he coasted through the regular season, but he stepped his game up in the playoffs. And we saw it with Gronkowski, with the Patriots also. I think Cooper Kupp is that type of receiver where once the playoffs hit, he really took his game to another level. So +260 on Cooper Kupp, maybe put that with -4.5 on the Seahawks. I like that together.
See, I'm also in camp of Cooper Kupp could win the MVP again. I think he could have that type of game. I think JSN's going to be covered by so much by Christian Gonzalez. I think Christian Gonzalez is going to be fading him the entire time. You have to. JSN is clearly the best wide receiver in the league. Hell, he was the leading receiver in the league with 1,749 yards, or roughly around that mark. I just know he led the league in receiving yards. But at +9,000 for Cooper Kupp for MVP, that's not bad. That's great.
+9,000. That's interesting. Yeah. What about? This is a fun one. I want to talk about novelty bets that will never hit. Jake Bobo at +225 to 1 odds, or it's plus like 225,000 or something crazy. Jake Bobo's been a really underrated tight end this year. I will be betting an anytime touchdown for him, but 225 to 1 MVP, it's not going to hit, but it's a fun one.
For MVP, where are Bobo's at on here? I'm curious.
Check the bottom of the list.
Yeah, that's why I'm scrolling all the way down. I saw Drew Lock at +9,000 as well. So you
can bet anyone to score an octopus at +900.
Yeah, I like that. I think an octopus happens. I always bet it every single year, and I think I've cashed in once because I think it was oh my gosh, who ran it in? There was either a QB sneak, might have been Jalen Hurts. Did Jalen Hurts or Saquon? Someone got an octopus.
I think you're right. Actually, the first Chiefs Eagles Super Bowl.
Yes, Jake Bobo +20,000.
Yeah,
not bad.
It was Jalen Hurts. Yeah,
Jalen Hurts. Yeah, so I cashed in on that, and I'm always going to bet that no matter what. Kenneth Walker +850. To win the MVP. JSN +500. The best odds is Sam Darnold, like the most favorited guy to bet for Sam Darnold at +120. Drake May +240. But I haven't made my parlay yet. But as the line sets right now, hold on, I'm trying to get this thing to refresh.
I think though that talking about MVP, as fun as these are, I think it can only be Darnold, May, or JSN. Potentially Ken Walker, but I'm kind of out on that.
But if he gets 3 touchdowns like he did the first game against the 49ers, like that, there's a reason for him not to be the MVP.
The 49ers rush defense is pretty atrocious, though. It was pretty bad.
I mean, I like K'Lavon Chaisson on that defensive line for the Patriots. I do like Robert Spillane, big Robert Spillane fan. It's funny, those two dudes, guess what? They were once Raiders before. That's that big reason why I do like those guys. But they're studs. They're freaks. They get to the ball. I think the only position group that the Patriots do have an edge on is tight ends because of Hunter Henry's a good. I mean, A.J. Barner's decent, but we're not going to see A.J. Barner do anything. We're going to maybe get 2 receptions, if that. And I like it. Maybe even if Austin Hooper comes in there and makes a catch, which, by the way, I'm the Madden simulation guy, and Arrowhead Pride if people forgot about that. Austin Hooper got a touchdown in the Madden simulation. Don't understand why, but he got a touchdown there. So the odd things could definitely happen, kind of like your Jake Bobo. And I wouldn't say Cooper Kupp's an odd one, but at this point in time, we all expect JSN to get in the end zone, which it might happen.
I'm reviewing Jake Bobo stats. He had a touchdown last week. I think it was a bit of recency bias. That was his only touchdown all season. So
it might have been his only reception all season too.
He's had a catch in 2 straight games.
Good for him.
He also, he has as many postseason catches as he did regular season catches at 2. So maybe don't bet the Jake Bobo Super Bowl MVP. But
anytime touchdowns though, Kenneth Walker's at -190, JSN at -110. Rah, plus 140, AJ Barner plus 230, and Hunter Henry's plus 245. That's all the top 5 guys that have been betted right now. It's weird seeing Rah there and not Travion Henderson.
He's been their go-to guy, though.
It's true.
I was shocked, honestly. I don't think Travion Henderson had a catch last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess.
But people are going to bet Travion Henderson just because of the namesake and what they saw the final half of the season. And that's why I'm saying, like, just stay away from Travion Henderson. Like, you need to stay away from him.
Yeah, he had 5 rushing yards against the Broncos, 25 against the Texans, 27 against the Chargers. That's nothing.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
But right now, the Patriots are plus 4.5 at -105. It's probably the best odds if you're trying to go with the line with the Patriots. But plus 190 in money line, I just don't think the money line's going to happen. I think it's going to be like a three-point game. I think we're going to see a final score of 30-27 Seahawks.
I don't even think we'll get there. I like the under. A lot of money's come in on the over. We should have
the over hits.
The over-under. I think the under hits. The Patriots have played some of the most disgusting games, and their scores have honestly only been run up by the fact that CJ Stroud decided to throw it to the other team almost exclusively. And they got a lot of points off that, and the Chargers did much of the same. Their defense has been good. The Seahawks have maybe the best defense in the NFL. I like the under. I like Seattle -4.5. I'm going to go 24-13 final score.
Man, it's going to be an ugly game. It's going to be
I think that they win by multiple scores.
Is there any novelty props though that you do like?
I was looking at one. This goes against what I just said, but if you like the Patriots to win, there's an anytime touchdown and Super Bowl MVP combo bet that you can do for Drake May, and it's plus 750. I think if he scores a rushing touchdown, good chance the Patriots could win, probably wins MVP. Again, I don't personally like it, but if you are on the Pats, I think that's a fun one. Novelties, can we bet Gatorade color on here?
I'm looking on DraftKings right now. We've been on fire when it comes to, because I mean you've joined me I think the last 3 Super Bowls on my show when I was on Saturday, and we were locked in on the Gatorade color every single year. I can't find it.
I like orange. I don't know what it is. Orange jumps out to me. I think it's been purple a lot recently. What are the odds on this? Why can I not find it?
I don't see anything on DraftKings.
We got to get on Kalshi.
Yeah, Kalshi definitely has it. Kalshi definitely.
I don't want to give him the satisfaction. I don't want Giannis profiting from this.
Exactly. Do you like? There's this on DraftKings plus 1,100. Quarterback to have a catch. 1 reception.
No, I don't like that one. I do like more than 2 players to throw a pass, though. I think that's plus 150.
So it would be a backwards pass to throw it downfield. And you know who can probably do it? Cooper Kupp can throw it.
That's true. There is, who's the tight end that takes the tush pushes for the Seahawks?
AJ Barner?
AJ Barner. Yes, thank you. He has an over half a rushing yard prop. I like that one also because he is their tush push guy, and I think that's plus 110 or 120 also.
That's not bad. That bet right there is where you do singles. I wouldn't parlay that with anything. That's a single bet right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find the coin toss, the coin flip, because I like betting heads or tails. Like I'm hoping that's going to be boosted when it comes to tomorrow, because there's going to be a lot more bets. Going to be a lot more specialty bets on apps are going to be floated out. I bet FanDuel has something. I just need to re-download the app and link everything. But yeah, no, tomorrow I would check your sports books. There's going to be a lot more influx of bets that you can do. Heads or tails? What would you pick? I'm picking heads.
I was going to go tails.
Because I'm guessing it never fails.
Because tails never fails, yeah. I remember, It was either the Chiefs Bucks or not Chiefs, the Chiefs Niners or the Chiefs Bucks Super Bowl. And it wasn't legal back then. May have asked someone if they wanted to wager $50 on it, and it hit on tails. And that was a good start. I also I got this coin flip, whatever you want to do. Patriots first drive punt plus 130. You do those two to start, and then within 10 minutes of the game starting, you're either having a great time or you're having an awful time.
That's true.
But either way, you're setting the tone.
Honestly, the first drive punt is nice. It's been nice knowing that Missouri is, you can bet here, because I've been doing great at times, and there's sometimes I do bad on the live betting, and there's sometimes I'm on fire. Like I can call this one's either going to be, which I have a method to where if I know it's going to be a scoring drive, if I see a field goal at plus 135 and a touchdown at plus 190, I'll sprinkle like $3 on one of them, $3 on the other. You're making your money you're making your money in return if they don't punt it or do a turnover. So if you think the momentum is them, you're just going to go straight down the field, keep hammering those types of bets. But you could also lose money doing that. So just be cautious. It's gambling for a reason. Where was I going to go with this? No, but I think the first drive punt is great.
Yeah, plus 130 also. And against the Seahawks defense, I mean, how many times do we see teams come out in the Super Bowl and you just want to throw a little jab? You just want to get a feeler, right? Maybe run twice. You don't complete a long pass. I could definitely see both teams punting on their first drive.
I could see the action not actually picking up until after halftime. That's just how it's been every single time the Patriots have taken the field each and every single week. And hell, at times they just need to shut down teams like the Denver Broncos in order to get to where they need to go. Thing is, they went up against a great defense in the Broncos. They went up against a great defense in the Texans. They don't have an elite level offense like the Seattle Seahawks do. They do have an elite level defense, clearly, but this is the first offensive test that their defense is gonna have to struggle against with the Seahawks.
Yeah, I guess it was the Chargers were the best offense that they played in the playoffs, and we saw Justin Herbert actively try to lose that game.
Yeah, it was. I'm still going to live and die on this hill that Justin Herbert is not an elite level quarterback in the NFL. I have been preaching this ever since he came out of Oregon, and I'm going to continue to preach this until the day that he's not in the NFL anymore.
I don't know. The reason Drake May is not NFL MVP is because one single person gave Justin Herbert a first place MVP vote, and it took the exact amount of points Drake May would have needed had he gotten that vote to win MVP away from him. So he finished second.
That's actually how that happened and finished out.
It was Sam Monson from PFF that voted for Justin Herbert.
Why? Justin Herbert didn't have a good season at all.
Nope. But his reasoning was that the offense was apparently bad. I don't know. I saw a lot of good receivers in the Chargers offense. They have good players that just got hurt. I'm not going to credit Justin Herbert for making the wild card round and call him MVP just because they didn't have any competition getting there.
That's so dumb. But shout out to Matthew Stafford. Let's not act like Matthew Stafford didn't have an MVP type season. He was
great.
But he also didn't take his team to the Super Bowl like Drake May did. So come on.
He would have if he was in Drake May's position. They beat the Chargers, Texans, and Broncos by way more than the Patriots do.
Yeah, and the Rams actually kind of had a tough sled to get there. So yeah. Before we put a bow on our first episode right here on Foolish Club Media, which, by the way, if you're sticking with us right now, appreciate you. We do. So yeah, feel free to like, subscribe, go leave us a review. We will read everything that you guys leave us, whether if it's on Spotify or even on Apple Podcasts or even after the show on the YouTube comment section. Feel free. We'll chime in. We'll report back next week with what you guys said. But before we get out of here, it's a Winter Olympics time, man. Like I love it. I'm not the biggest Summer Olympics guy. I mean, I get it. There's a lot more Summer Olympics activities that I can physically do. But I think that's why I like this Winter Olympics a lot more as well, because I like watching the bobsled. I like watching the skiing. I love the biathlon. Biathlon might be my favorite winter sport Olympic, and that is the one where you basically cross country ski and you have to pull the gun out and shoot. Yep. Oh,
that one's cool. That one looks hard,
dude. No matter what, I will get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch that when it does happen. So I almost got up this morning. I snoozed in until about 7:30. It's the first time I slept into 7:30 on a Saturday in some time. It's been a while. But I did have an alarm set for 5:36 to watch some of the curling that took place this morning. And yeah, I'm a degenerate when it comes to Winter Olympic sports. But I'm so happy it's here. I'm not sure if you watched the opening ceremonies last night, but I thought, you know what, it's gonna be a good one. It's almost my motherland it's in Italy, but I'm Sicilian descent, but it's almost the motherland of me. And I was watching, oh, maybe this is gonna be good. Maybe this is gonna be good. It was super underwhelming, and I love watching the opening ceremonies. It took less than 30 minutes. I think it's like the total time for ceremonies for them to do like their performances and stuff on the stage. There probably might have been some after the parade. There actually might have been. I just totally missed that because whenever it gets to the Parade of Nations, I don't watch it. But I thought the first half of the thing was super underwhelming, and I thought they could have done a lot more. They tried to go through a decade thing where it started like in the 1800s. They jumped all the way to 1960, and I'm like, whoa. We definitely
skipped over a pretty important period of time there.
Yeah, so I was like,
what wasn't on the right side of history, so like I get it.
Exactly. So I was a little bummed about that, but I know you're probably not the biggest Winter Olympic guy. Like, what are you, a Summer Olympic guy or Winter Olympic guy?
I'm not an Olympics guy.
Really?
I don't think most of it's that interesting. And I also have personal vendettas against the Olympics. I know there's a lot of members of the International Olympic Committee I don't get along with at a personal level.
Whoa! What's what?
We had some people from the IOC come into one of my grad classes, and I took what I thought was a morally correct, and I will still think is a morally correct stance on allowing the Olympics as a certain platform for stuff, and it's going to get political if they go too far down that road. They vehemently disagreed. I was like, we don't need to get too into it. I just don't agree with the stance the International Olympic Committee takes on social justice, I suppose.
Okay. All right. That makes, okay. I get, I think I'm catching what you're throwing. Okay. All right.
You're against it. I'll say that. I feel like I'm on the right side of this one. But no, I think bobsled's fun. Hockey, I'm really excited for. And Lindsey Vonn. Okay, there's actually two athletes I want to talk about. Lindsey Vonn doing the downhill ski, what is it, alpine ski or whatever, with a ruptured ACL
and MCL and torn ligaments everywhere.
You can't walk with that. And she's going 80 miles an hour down a mountain.
Dude, she's flying down that mountain.
That's psychotic and really cool.
So before I fell asleep last night, I had I went back because I have Peacock. So I went back and watched the training session for the alpine skiing. Dude, I'm a nerd when it comes to this crap. And they put a GoPro or like a front camera on like the one of the gals that went down.
Oh, is it terrifying?
Dude, they're flying. Like there's no way in hell I could do that. That's why like I feel envious of some of these athletes of like what they can do and can't do. Like I can't. I'll pizza when I need a French fry, or I'll French fry when I need a pizza. Like there's no way I'm going down a mountain at that type of speed. And it's just like it's so impressive. I don't know how they don't crash and burn, but man, they are the fact that she's doing that on basically one leg. Incredible. Like Lindsey Vonn's a badass. She's also 41 years old. So like, it's not like she's a young pupper out there. No, she's an old woman. Like, I mean, she's not an old woman, but like for Olympic standards, she's an old woman.
Yeah, no, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how athletes at 41 generally compete, because sometimes I get out of bed and can't walk down the stairs. That's just how my body functions, and I'm almost 30.
I pulled my hamstring before our show started today.
Yeah, and I don't know how they do it, but to have a ruptured ACL, MCL, like her knee is blown to bits, and she's still doing it. Good for her. That's incredible.
She's badass, and her husband's a hockey player, PK Subban.
Oh, that's awesome. Is he competing this year? I know he does broadcasting.
He's retired. He's not touching the ice. His skates aren't touching ice anymore.
That's a shame. I like him though, but he's good in the broadcast booth.
Oh, he's great. He's incredible.
Okay, last thing. I don't know if we have time for it.
Oh, we definitely have time. It's the best part about this. There's no hard outs on this show. There's also no commercials on this show. So we just go.
We don't have to listen to those public service announcements anymore.
The depressing ones, yeah. No, we're out. We're out on that.
Yeah. Thank God, I don't miss those. The Spanish figure skater, I'm going to butcher his name, Tomás Sabate, I'm just going to say. He's known for doing a Minions routine, like a Minions figure skating routine where he dresses up like a Minion and is yellow with the suspenders. And he figure skates to the Despicable Me soundtrack. And he got told he can't do it because of licensing issues. I'm like, Universal Studios owns NBC and also owns Despicable Me. So can we figure something out here?
That's a good
Because
point,
that's
actually.
devastating.
That's bad. Like that's unfortunate. Like, but also wouldn't that be hard and difficult? I mean, that's got to be hard and difficult and challenging to wear one of the Minion outfits and then
Oh, he's not in like a mascot costume. He dresses like the Minions with like yellow and then like the
Can you imagine?
overalls above it.
Can you imagine if he had like the actual full blown like the cylinder outfit on? He has hands sticking out like you would see like a mascot or something.
That would be
on the ice.
hilarious. It kind of reminds me of the one competitive breakdancer, Raygun from
from Australia.
And everyone was like, she can't actually break dance.
Did her little kangaroo routine is what she was doing. Yeah. And that's also why I like the Winter Olympics more over the Summer Olympics, because of just that alone.
Someone says, I think this is actually my mom, says that he got the okay to use the music for just the Olympics. So that's awesome.
That's
also my mom is listening.
Nice. Oh, that's your mom right there?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Badass. But no, what's the sport you are looking forward to the most from this? What's the one that you need to sit down? Like I already told you, mine's the biathlon. I have to sit down and watch it no matter what. Whether it's the trials, whether if it's the actual event itself, like I'm sitting down and watching it.
I think it's bobsled. Did you ever watch Cool Runnings?
Oh yeah, feel the rhythm.
Yeah,
feel the ride. Yeah, I think that's what it says.
Yeah, it's bobsled time.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Ever since I watched that when I was in, maybe middle school, I love bobsled. I can't get enough of it.
Then you watched it late then. I watched it I think I watched it like the early 2000s whenever it did. I don't think it came out. I remember, I think I either my mom got it for VHS for us or we got it at a Blockbuster and we watched it.
Yeah. Those were the days. No, they showed it in my middle school class. I didn't know it existed till then.
If you want to watch it now, it's on Disney Plus. If you have that that provider, so if you want to,
what? I might suggest that. Do a little movie night tonight with the girlfriend. Say, hey, we got to prep for the Winter Olympics.
Exactly.
We got to get in the spirit.
So Jamaica does have 7 Olympians in this year's.
For real?
Yes, and they do have a bobsled team. So they will have bobsled once again in Jamaica, and from some coming out of Jamaica for this Olympics. So that's also another one I will watch. I'll watch the skeleton. I'll watch the luge. I'll watch the 2-man sled. I'll watch the 4-man sled, bobsled. Like I'm invested. Hell, 4 years ago when we got our cat Moon, now we have 2 more cats later. It's funny. Moon's just chilling right next to me right now. My cat would actually watch curling. Like he was invested at the edge of the bed watching.
Was he doing the thing on the TV where he's like patting it with his paws?
If he would have gotten closer to it, he definitely would have. But he liked watching the stone on that because I mean it's a dot the entire time. And like if you need to have a sport for cats to watch, curling's the one. And I know you got a cat. Maybe you pop it on to see if your cat likes it or not.
Oh, I bet she would be obsessed with it. Yeah, she attacks the TV sometimes just when I play video games. She just like you said, she tracks the moving dot. She's like, what is that? That's for me. Okay, last question. I've said that like 5 times this show. I'm getting better. If you had to compete in a Winter Olympic sport on TV for the whole world to see, and you don't have to win, you just have to compete, which one are you doing?
Ooh.
And this could be for fun, or it could be to not embarrass yourself. I'm going to leave it
honestly. So I've actually curled.
Okay.
In my lifetime, within the last couple of months, within the last month actually, and I was actually kind of decent at it. And I feel like if I would keep going at it and practicing, I think curling's my thing. Like there's just something about the geometry and how you can turn the stone and all that stuff. I'm a math nerd. I love geometry. I like angles. Hell, I can run you out of a table on pool, but I know it's a different sport and a different thing.
I've seen you do it.
Like I think curling would be so much fun to do it. Even if I fall on my ass, like I think I'll be okay. Like I will get back up and keep going. I think curling's mine.
That's a fun one. I would want to try. Okay, this is terrifying, and I might die.
Actually, no. I can play hockey. I don't know how to stop, but I can do hockey.
Oh, I would never play hockey. Those people would kill me.
I want to be the goon. I want to kill them.
I would be. They weigh twice my size. They're like a foot taller. I would get killed. I kind of want to try the skeleton. Isn't that the one where it's just one person and you go face first?
Yes. No, that's the face first one. Yes. The luge is the one on your back.
if you can at least give me that I won't die, I'll take that. That looks really cool.
Well, Ryan, there's a track record at the Olympics with people dying on doing the skeleton. So
I think there's a reason it's called skeleton.
Yeah, it's super unfortunate that people have died doing it. But man, it's I feel like I've done the skeleton so many times while going down like either tubing or sledding. Like I've gone head 1st. Trust me, I have. And if you know how to control it, I think you'd be fine. But man, you're going fast. Like you're going like 75 to 80 miles per hour fast.
I don't know if I'm more scared of the impact or the literal knives that you're going down at 80 miles an hour on.
Yeah. And then that ice is unforgiving. So
people don't talk enough about it. The Winter Olympics are dangerous, man. We need to not be screwing around with the elements out here.
It's true. And it's cold. And they all look like they're cold. I need to watch the half pipe. It's weird not seeing Shaun White perform. It was great to see him on the broadcast booth, but man, the Flying Tomato was so much fun to watch as a kid.
Is this era of athletes overall less iconic, or are we just getting older?
I don't think my knees could actually do good on the moguls, but
what are moguls?
It's I'm pretty sure it's a skiing thing. If I
remember
correctly.
God, that looks hard.
It's skiing, correct?
It is, but it's the one where it's all the bumps and you like do this sort of movement with them. It looks insane.
Oh, dude, yeah, my knees would be shot. They're already shot as it is.
Oh God,
like that's Lindsey Vonn ain't doing that one.
No. At least with hers, she can mostly stay in a straight line. Oh God, yeah, I watch most of these and I could never. It takes a special type of person to get into Winter Olympic sports.
Truly does, and I'm here to watch all of it. I am, but no, Ryan. I think that'll do it for this edition of Saturdays with Kramer and Ryan. Man, this was a fun inaugural episode we've had here on Club Foolish.
It was good. I'm glad we did it Super Bowl weekend, and I'm looking forward to doing a lot more.
Hell yeah, brother! I guess I'll see you tomorrow, next week at 9:00, right?
Yes, sir. And hopefully, everyone. We've got. I think I saw us at 10 people in the YouTube chat. So. Let's get more next week.
Let's do it. All right. We'll be back next week with Saturdays with Kramer and Ryan. Take care, everybody.